Super fast tortoise in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine runs fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTG3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to insight. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Good morning, hope you're up. Enjoy that coffee in your cup. Good morning from the shelf. Super fast tortoise does so well. Sit back, relax, time to chillax. Face the facts, morning coffee show intact. Let's enjoy the show, let's enjoy the flow. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Coffee for every dude. Have fun, enjoy the show. Let this channel grow. Let's enjoy the show. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Due to the new coffee for every dude.
Well, everybody, welcome to the Super Fast Order Show in the show. Coffee morning, something, words are hard. We got Hillbilly here. What's up, Hillbilly? How's it going?
Going pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm shocked it's just like the old days, just me and you today.
You and I, just the two of us, talking magic together, and just the two of us.
Yep.
Yeah, well, people got responsibilities and things they have to do. You know, like yesterday was the first day we didn't have a show on a Monday. Felt a little bit weird, but, you know, the wife and I hung out, had a good time, did some stuff, made some cookies. We ate the cookies. Whew.
How dare you make cookies and eat cookies without me? Dang,
right. Cookies. Cookies are good. All right. Oh, look, we got the Real Wiz in chat saying, all right, here's my 2 cents. Commander deck building seems easier because you only got to worry about one copy of things. I'm sure it gets trying to do combos, but from what I see, there's like a set number of them. No number of lands and interpret and stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Real Wiz, welcome to the show. What's up?
I said, what's up, Wiz?
Where's a lot of people struggle with Commander because the singleton formats takes out the duplication of other cards, so synergies a harder thing to follow through with. I mean, it's gotten easier over the years, but the synergy of single cards and the consistency of being able to do what you want to do compared to a normal deck has been harder for people. But Wizards of the Coast has printed so many cards to help Commander, it's gotten easier for sure. But today we're going to talk about a little bit more of that in the topic area. But today, right now on the show, we're just having a blast, just chilling, relaxing, vibing. Real Wiz says he's about to go out and fix a chicken pen.
Now,
get some eggs, because eggs are a rich commodity right now.
Oh yeah, bet they are.
Ooh.
Last I went grocery shopping, went to Walmart, went back to give me a carton of eggs, and dag-blaggit, their dang on cooler was empty.
Empty.
Yeah.
Woo. And they're expensive, like $14 a pack for a 12-pack of eggs. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
All right, everybody in the chat, there's a live poll going on right now. We're going to have it go on until we reach the topic of the day. So do you like Commander? If not, let me know in the chat. You know, there's a lot what you like preferably. Like, if it ain't limited, do you like standard, like Pauper? Do you like modern? I want to know. Let us know in chat. Let's get interactive. Woo woo. And the question of the day. We have a question of the day I made for the show today, but I also today is the first time I uploaded the question today as a short as well. So I have a short, the question today, to see how well that flies. Because if it flies well, I might just add that to my shorts catalog of things to do, like videos to upload. Real is, yeah, crazy prices on eggs. Glad we got them for free. That's right. Well, essentially.
Yep.
Get some yard chickens. Whoa, whoa.
If I didn't live in the dang gone town, I'd be living out in the country, and I'd have me some dang gone chickens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to worry about my dog because he likes chasing every dang gone thing.
Right. Scare the poop out of those chickens, those dogs.
Oh yeah, he would.
Maybe those dogs would teach evolution to the chickens and then fly away.
Yep.
So where we live, it's not illegal to have chickens, but it is against the law to have a rooster in the city limits.
Well, somewhere around here, one of my neighbors,
Yeah.
they got a rooster right here. That dang on thing every morning.
Right. You wake up like at 4 a.m. here.
Exactly. And another person I don't know of, they had a bunch of animals, and they got in trouble just for having a bunch of animals.
Right. That could be a thing. Preacher 500. Been a minute since we've heard from you. Hello, welcome. We'd love to see you. Well, the best format will always be what's cheapest. Pauper, Commander, pre-modern. If I gotta spend too much to have fun, then I'm not having fun. My wallet fatigue is real. That is real. Yes, cheapest format. And Wizards of the Coast likes to hype up the popular format at the time. Like, oh, this is popular, this is sell, let's do this. They're like, let's fall into it. Let's build product for it. Let's make real business sales. And they make product for it. You know the story. We don't need to repeat it so much. But yes, that was a good perspective on that. Preacher 500. 500.
What's up, Preacher?
Well, yeah. Like, I think it's really cool. It's really fun. Because like Commander is like my favorite format right now, but my true favorite format is limited. I love drafting. That's why I built a cube to draft when I can, which I haven't been able to draft for a long, long time. I haven't been able to go on to a pre-release in a long time. It's really struggling for the limited format. I crave the limited format, and the limited format has a lot that can teach you about Commander when you're building, and today's topic will get there. Yeah, for sure. For real. Yeah. Weather has me not working, so I can just slide in today and chat away. Nice. I appreciate that you're taking the time to chat away. Away. Yes. And today for dinner, we're making pot roast.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's going to be delicious. We got a lot of projects we're going to do today around the house. We're going to fix the sink. Put up a new bed frame for the child. So I have a new bed frame. Cool. And let's get rid of an old bed frame. Yeah. Then I have to go through bulk cards and other things. Got stuff to do today. We're going to have a busy day outside of the show. We're having a fun time and a busy time during the show. I hope you guys are having a good time during the show today. I hope you guys have a great time.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, man. I haven't had any breakfast yet, but I'll probably have a bowl of cereal. Did you have anything fun for breakfast today, Hillbilly?
No, I didn't get a chance. I ran into a slow player on arena because I do my morning stream for about an hour before this stream.
Right.
Well, today it ended up being an hour and a half, just because I ran into a player that was just dragging their hind end along. I'm like, geez, come on, either play the game or don't play the game. Don't have to sit there and rope the dang gone game.
Yeah, roping. Roping, roping, roping. They be roping, roping, roping. They be roping, roping, roping. Rope back.
Yep. But yeah,
Gee.
that's playing the ropey dopey play and just sitting there. And I just kept on swimming the emotes there on the ring and telling them, "Your go, your go, your go, your go."
All right. Well, because you just don't want to concede. You know, you want to win the games to get the bonuses.
Exactly.
The bonuses. They rock. They rule. Yeah. You know what also rocks and rules? Everybody in chat. What's up? Everybody in chat. Whoop, whoop. There's a handful of you. Say hello for those who are being quiet watching. You guys rock. And yes, this week I'm going to be making a small channel announcement video this week coming up. An update thing. Going to talk about some of the things in the future that are going to happen in the future. That's my plan. Wednesday, I plan on playing some video games. Whoop, whoop. Twiddler's Place.
Twiddler. Twiddler.
Yeah. But anyways, a lot about that going on and all that fun jazz going around. But there's something we're bumping against, and that would be this bumper.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. So many creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
The bumper! Whoa, Hillbilly disappeared. Want to show us Densia Masquerade. No, there he is.
Would love to have that card.
It's not gone.
Yeah,
Anyways.
it would definitely work in my Aggro Markov deck. It is a vampire card deck card. Ugh.
Well, by the picture, it looks like a vampire card.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, unless people are just baring their fangs for no reason. Like, look, I got long canines.
Exactly.
Anyways.
I ain't got no canines. I ain't got no teeth at all, dang blaggy.
That's funny. But anyways, on track, trying to get back on track. We need to get on to the topic of the world of today. The topic of the day is coming up, and we need to find our way back to the segment we're supposed to be headed towards. The segment we're headed towards is known by Hillbilly himself, the one who's drinking the rest of his coffee right away. He can't just savor it. He has to drink it all.
Oh, yeah.
Hillbilly, what's the next segment of the day?
Well, I guess we'll just go on to the card of the day.
Card of the day.
Nice. Yes, we got a fun card of the day. Golden Tail Trainer. Costs with generic, a green and white. It's 1/3. Fuck Samurai. Yeah, he has. Or an equipment spells you cast cost X less to cast, where X is Golden Tail Trainer's power. Whenever Golden Tail Trainer attacks, other modified creatures you control get +X until in turn, where X is Golden Tail Trainer's power. Equipment auras you control and counters are modifications.
Nice.
Yes. It's a fun uncommon that cares about auras equipment. The Voltron creature. I have this in the giveaway deck, I believe, that we're giving away for 1,000 subs as part of the Voltron theme. So I tried building that deck to be competitively light and upgradable so people can have fun with the deck when they win the deck and play it straight out of the box. Yes, we're doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and this card just reminded me of that. And apparently, if we reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm supposed to wear a wig.
Yeah, that right.
Got that right. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I did that for TCG, dude.
Yep. TCG dude, what's up? Hillbilly, your voice changer needs fixing. That's right. No squirrel for weeks. No squirrels. Squirrel.
Yeah, I didn't know if y'all liked that voice or not. That's why I have quit using it. I still got it, though.
Still got it. Whoop, whoop. Well, Golden Tail Trainer is a 50-cent card, but it's really fun, really good for the card. And with that, we're going to start moving on to pictures of the day. The first two pictures of the day were sent in by Manamonk. Manamonk. He sent in, "Where is my coffee?" And it's a creepy picture of like Schmeagol in the background hunting for his coffee. That's what it reminds me of, Schmeagol from Lord of the Rings. You know, Gollum. Gollum.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know what story this is from. But yeah. Then Manamonk also fit in this little picture here. Procrastinating. A noun, the tendency to not start anything until you've had a cup of coffee. By Coffee Mama Flakes.
Cool.
Huh? Yeah. But I did make memes for today because I'm trying to get in the habit of making memes just in case.
Nice.
So this is how my coffee pot sees my face as I wait for it to percolate. Yeah. Meow. Really close. That's a really good AI picture of a cat. You wouldn't be able to tell it was AI very well, but you know,
Yeah.
it's really good.
It is. It's really good.
Yeah. Next picture. Off the normal path on the edge of town, hidden from city life, lies perfection. A coffee shop.
Wow.
Yeah. This was a fun AI picture I put together. Get some, I try to get in some 90s Americana in there.
Mm-hmm. That city kind of reminds me of a big city such as probably, I want to say Los Angeles or San Francisco, maybe.
That could be. Could be. I don't know what the AI generated.
Yeah, true. I mean, it could even pass for Chicago.
Right.
They got those big buildings like that in the back.
Well, that's very true. That's very true. But you know, the point of this meme or this picture is, you know, sometimes you just got to get away to relax with a cup of coffee. You know, sometimes finding that hidden gem where the city ain't too loud, the sounds are not too abrupt, that you can relax and enjoy some coffee. Maybe hang out with some friends. Even though if you look at the picture, there's like one person in the coffee shop. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 cars there. You're like, where's the rest of the people? Did they disappear?
Exactly.
But still.
Where's the workers at?
That's what I'm assuming is the one person in the business. All right, next picture. Started the morning off right. Who misses those golden days where you read the newspaper, drink a cup of coffee?
That's a picture of you, ain't it?
It looks like it could be. This is AI generated.
Got the dinosaur on the shirt.
Right.
Only thing it's missing is a tortoise somewhere.
Right. But you remember back in the day, you know, even when as a kid, you drink your coffee. Like I drank coffee when I was a kid. Drink coffee, buddies. You know, have a good old time checking out the newspaper. It was like searching your phone on the Facebook or something back in the day, but you actually had to use your hands to hold up a piece of paper.
Yep.
Kind of miss those days.
Yeah.
You know, those days of simplicity. But, you know, nothing really different because, like, you know, when you're drinking coffee, you're probably scrolling Facebook.
Yep.
You know, and that's like the equivalent newspaper today. But remember, every morning, some kid was delivering those papers to your house, getting paid lots of money to throw the paper there.
I wish it was lots of money. I did that before.
Well, for a kid, it was lots of money. As an adult, it's not lots of money.
Well, when I did it, the newspaper company screwed me out of my paychecks. I'm like, the heck with this.
Right.
So I quit on them.
Yeah.
One of their busiest days, I quit on them.
No, it sucks that they screwed you out on your paycheck. You know, that they shouldn't do that.
Nope.
All right. Next picture. Summer living, coffee driven. Just enjoying nature and a hot brew.
That's the life right there.
That's right. This is actually the first picture I worked on today because I wanted to make like an advertisement, like enjoying camping, because you know I love camping in the summer. You know, we don't have such essential little easy tent, but by like having a campfire going, I even put a dog in there for you, hillbilly. You
I
know,
see that.
yeah,
Dog's
yeah.
looking. This dog though, it's looking at them like, "Where's my coffee at?" See, look at
Right,
that. Look at that look on that dog's face.
right,
Like he's getting ready to attack him because he can't get no coffee.
right. No, no doubt, no doubt. It's a really fun picture.
Yep.
Like I was impressed at how well it looked when it first popped up. I'm like, damn, that was pretty epic for like I struggled making like a good thumbnail, trying to put in the right prompts, but the humanoids and stuff just pop up a lot easier with this like dude just sitting there with a cup of coffee. Even has the right amount of fingers.
He sure does. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't pay attention to the fingers, but for this to be AI generated,
Yeah.
it's real good because fingers is the hardest thing about AI.
Right. It seems like it because I like to put like 6-7 fingers in there.
Uh-huh. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I'm looking for the flaws. I don't see none in this picture.
Right. Well, that's because simple living.
Well, I do see he's got like a plastic bottle next to the fire though.
Something.
It
Yeah.
looks like a plastic bottle. It's white.
No, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
Had to melt.
Good amount. Good amount.
Yep.
All right. Boop, boop. And boop. Ah, look at us back here. Now we're going to get to the question of the day. The question of the day is brought to you by Discord. Now, if you have pictures that you want to share with us on Discord and get shouted out on the channel, watch them on the show, you can play some on Discord. Well, same with the question of the day. If you have a question of the day on Discord, you can send a question of the day on Discord and get shown on the show. You can be part of the show as making the question of the day. Let's get to it. Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day. The question of the day is brought to you by yours truly. Let's see what I asked. Super Fast Tortoise here with the question of the day. The question of the day being, if you had one wish to come true for Magic the Gathering, what would that wish be? Let us know in the chat and comments below.
One wish.
One wish. Abracadabra. Make a wish.
Well, Arena is magic
Mm.
to an extent. Yeah, it's digital cards, but it's a way to play magic. My wish would be for them to get rid of the dang gone alchemy cards.
Right. I get that. Alchemy is such a weird thing for Arena.
Yeah.
Especially when you can conjure cards that are not even in the format like the Power 9.
Yeah. Not only that, I mean, alchemy cards aren't real cards. I mean, you can't get them in paper. Although there is a rumor going around that they're going to start making alchemy cards in paper.
They have made an alchemy card in paper. They made 2 of them.
Yeah.
In the mystery boosters box, they made the one that conjures up the Power 9.
Mm-hmm. But they're going to make them all and make them all legal.
Mm-hmm. Yes. If I had one wish to come true in Magic the Gathering, my wish would be I got to design a set based around turtles.
Mm.
I wish Wizards of the Coast be like, Super Fast Tortoise, come on. We're designing a set based around turtles. Why don't you come help us and be part of this experience? I'd totally love that.
Yep. But that would be my wish for the game. But as far as my personal wish, I'd like to make some kind of set around my channel.
Right. Hey, Billy. You got moonshine counters. Madam Monk, greetings. You just missed your shout out for the pictures of the day.
Yeah, it'd be something, about like junk. That have junk tokens in it.
Right.
And it'd have like you said, moonshine tokens.
Mm.
and it would be, you know, some like minus ability onto a creature. Just something different, something weird, but
Oh
different.
yeah, it could be fun. It could be fun indeed. Like junk tokens are pretty fun. It'd be neat to see those come back as a standard mechanic in a set, because the ability to play cards from the top of your library is pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Indubitably. Indubitably. What about chat? Chat, if you had one wish for Magic the Gathering, what would it be? Let us know as we transition from one section to the other.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
Moves, the strategies, and the flair. Super fast tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Now we're rolling off to the topic, and we will read your chat if you tell us your wish for Magic the Gathering. But we're going to get to the topic of the day. The topic of the day is Commander deck building can be a hassle. Trying to understand the basics of deck building for the 99 card singleton format. First of all, things can be brought down to 62 cards with 37 lands. So what makes 62 spells deck hard? Well, there's a lot of complications to think of, especially in colors that don't revolve too much around drawing cards and ramping or mana fixing. As we talked about before in the shows prior, if you don't have the perfect mana in your deck, you want about 8 to 9 mana ramp and fixing spells in your deck. That'll draw spells, right? Yeah, I think you want a mix of both if possible, but if you can't get ramp, get draw. If you can't get draw, get ramp. And the best ways to do that in colors that don't do that very much is to dab into the colorless spells for drawing and ramping. You know, there are a lot of questions people have about Commander themes and synergies, combo pieces, etc. This is whoa. I misspelled something, right? This is the live. This is the live to ask all your questions and get our answers if we can answer as possible. Like the B.R.E.A.D acronym. What does B.R.E.A.D stand for in Magic the Gathering? It stands for Bomby Creatures. B's for Bomby Creatures. And win cons. Creatures, win cons, the ways you win the game, the ways you attack, whatever. R is for removal. Those things that get rid of enchantments, artifacts, creatures, planeswalkers, etc. E is for evasion, like flying or trample or being unblockable. Aggro is for how often you attack. The aggro could be changed in this instance if you're running a control deck and aggro is not your thing, but controlling the game is. That's a way to get around it. This can shift based on your deck, even if it's a mill deck. And finally, D is for draw cards. Yes, draw. Basic design falls on these backbone structures, right? D is for draw spells. And also, I'd say mana fixing if you can put that in the D spot. Because these where people normally say that's where you don't put in duds in your deck. Well, we all know you don't put duds in your deck. You want draw and mana fixing in your deck to get that synergy and that flow, that tempo. Yes. Now let's get into this.
Well, when you mentioned bread, I was thinking you made me think about food. I thought I was talking about magic instead of food.
Well, the B.R.E.A.D acronym was created a long time ago to help people learn how to draft. What cards you look for. B for bombs, big old creatures and win cons that help you win the game. Removal is your second highest rating thing you want to find is the things that get rid of creatures, enchantments, and pesky things that get in your way, like planeswalkers. You know, it was designed to help you learn how to build decks better. And I've learned that the B.R.E.A.D acronym works in Commander, but with Commander the difference is you're using B.R.E.A.D a lot when you're designing the format, because in limited you're kind of building one road. Your road is how do I get to my big win con, and that's how you do it. But in Commander you have several different win cons. They might do the same thing, but you have several different layers where you're trying to draw, ramp, have removal, get your win con out, and you're doing that several times over as you're designing a deck. So you have consistency. Consistency is having the ability to play your draw and ramp spells and have your low drops often. Like the other day when we were working on your Commander deck, and I wanted to know your converted mana cost mana value system, or not system, but mana curve. And I want to know your mana curve and how well it worked and how well it looked, and gave us wiggle room to change things around, because I wanted to see what spells you're going to often see in your hand. Your
Right.
mana curve is important, right? And you have a lot of 1 drops, 2 drops, 3 drops, and 4 drops. And so your hand is going to start off with a lot of 1 drops, 2 drops, 3 drops, and 4 drops. There'll be a mix, but you have a good opening hand where you're going to have a lot of opening starters.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. We got Brendan in chat. Brendan, happy dang blagging day, everybody. Whoop whoop.
So, Brandon.
We got Marketplace Boutique. Whoop whoop. Hello.
Now, there's a wish in the chat right now from Twiddler.
Right here.
Combine MTGO and Arena and be able to turn insets for real cards like they used to do.
Yeah.
I'd actually play online if they did that. I would definitely be doing more online if they did that also.
So they got rid of that program from MTGO because people learn how to break the system.
Mm-hmm.
People will learn how to trade cards for the cards they want to complete the sets. Because like how it used to work is you complete a set of Magic and you can redeem it for a copy of every card in that set.
Ooh.
Then you had to get 4 of every card in the set to redeem it for 1 card. So you had to have a full set, like a full set of Zendikar, right? Yeah, you had to have 4 of each card in Zendikar. And you could trade in and get 1 of each card for Zendikar. And people would learn how to break the system. So, yeah. So instead of being a natural thing, people found the unnatural way to break the system, and it was putting Wizards of the Coast out of business, basically. Well, not literally, but basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish they would do that. Like I think it'd be cool. Like, say, you know how YouTube does a button thing, right? Like, if you reach like 100,000 subscribers, they send you a silver play button. Well, I think if in Arena, if you have 100,000 games in Arena, they send you a special promo for Arena.
That'd be nice.
Like maybe like a draw spell or something like that. Like a card that exists, but a special rendition of the card for playing X amount of games on Arena.
And they can do it different ways. I mean, they could make the card, and they couldn't really change the name of it, but they could, especially if you have a channel. If you have a channel, they could take your logo from your channel and put it on the card.
That's asking a little too much, because that means that means they have to fix a printer, fix the graphic design just to print 1 card off a sheet that prints off 15 to 20, and they have to waste a lot.
True.
But say you got a special card, like say you got a
token.
No. Say you got like a special version of Sanguine Bond that was foil that everybody got when they reached 100,000 subscribers. Sanguine Bond has a special art on it. It has a little star on it, that little shooting star for the set logo, set symbol. And it flavor text, it says you have reached 100,000 games on Arena. That's like the flavor text, and it's something you could display or play. That would be cool.
Yep. So backwoods
collector, planting the trees so you don't have to. Yeah. So, anyways, back on the deck building. Is there any questions that you have that you've thought about when it comes to deck building? Because I know you're still in the new process of trying to figure out how to deck build. And I'm like, last time we were together, I was trying to help you learn deck building while helping you deck build. Because like one of the things I knew you was lacking on in your deck was some removal. You need more removal, and you still need a little bit more draw. But you have a really good balance for your mana curve. Yeah,
I mean, the issues I find with deck building is it's people think it's so much easier to do a commander deck than it is a standard deck. Well, the standard deck, you got 60 cards, you can have a copy of 4 of one card in your deck. Commander is a singleton format. In other words, you can only have one card of each card in your deck, and it's 100 cards.
Mhm.
100 cards is not nothing, but it's figuring out when you edit a deck, you had to make sure you have enough land and all that to be able to play the deck. And I find that kind of difficult to figure out since I'm still new to Commander, and I am and, and I do like playing Commander since you got me into it.
Mhm.
It's different.
That's different. So I just ended the poll because I told people I'd end the poll when we started the topic.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like there's a little bit more people who don't favor the Commander format over other formats in Commander. We got 44% saying yes out of 9 people, and 55% people saying no.
Huh.
So it seems like there's been a big shift in how people play. But I
Yep.
told people who say no to put it in chat what they like. Like, they're like limited, they're like standard, they're like popper. I want to know, like, what are formats you guys like to play? That's more than just Commander. Because like I like more than just Commander. Commander is like the main way I get to play nowadays because it's easily accessible, and I can't always afford drafting, but I love drafting.
Right.
You know.
Well, I like standard. That's my go-to is standard, but I also like Commander too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's because standard. I only play that on Arena with non-physical cards because they're digital cards.
Right.
But I do like playing the Commander because it involves paper cards.
Oh yeah.
There ain't nothing like holding the cards in your hand. I mean, just the feeling of having the cards in your hand so much better than just clicking the mouse.
Right. Oh yeah, the physical aspect of Magic the Gathering, the paper aspect is so much more involved. I feel like I have more control over the draw, and I feel like I have more luck in the draw of paper than I do on digital format.
Yep.
For sure. But anyways, now back onto the Commander topic. You were saying?
Yeah. All right. I was talking about the land situation.
Yeah.
Is I have issues with trying to figure out how much land needs to be in a deck and how much not to be in the deck, and making sure I have enough for be able to cast the spells in my hand.
Right.
Especially, and I find it also more difficult to do dual colors and then a single color. When you run a single color, it's so much easier to put your lands in than it does with 2 or more colors.
All right. So trick with Commander. In a monocolored deck to a 2-color deck, you can get away with 36 lands. But in a 3-color deck, you want 37 to 38 lands. In a monocolored deck, if you're running mono green, you probably want 37 lands too, because you want to get your mana drops. Since green has a heavier creature basis, like bigger creatures, bigger mana. In 3 colors, you want 37 to 38 mana. Sometimes you can do a little more, varying on what you're doing. Like if you're doing Eldrazi's and you're doing mana ramp, you definitely want 37 to 38 lands. But 37 is a sweet spot because you're guaranteed about 1 land for every 4 cards you draw, and that's an average. That's an average rate. That's not complete science and fact.
Right.
But like 38 is a good amount of mana for like big heavy decks. 37 is a good follow through rate. But the nice thing about knowing if you're running 37 lands, if you have 37 lands, you're running 62 spells. If you're running 38 lands, you're running 61 spells, right? So when you calculate your land and know how many spells in your deck, you know what you're building with. I mean, it's kind of strange, but it's like building your deck at that point, because if you're building 60 cards, you're just building 60 card decks, right? With the land on the side. What you build 60 card decks in standard, but 20 of those spells or 20 of those cards are lands.
Correct.
So one of the tricks to Commander, newer players have a hard time to grasp is you want to play a lot of cards that do the same thing or near the same thing, so you get that consistency out of it, right? Like when people are playing ramps decks, you want to run your rampant growth and your cultivate spells where it fetches you lands and sometimes put an additional one in your hand. You want to run multiple copies of those spells as possible that do the same kind of thing. So you're constantly having the ability to go for that spell early game. Because you want what is it, like 5 to 7 ramp spells in your deck, sometimes a little more. Based on your draw capabilities. If you don't have a lot of draw in your colors, you want like 7 to 9 ramp spells in your deck if you don't have draw capabilities. If you're in a color that needs a ramp but not a color that has a lot of ramp, you're gonna look for your colorless outlets like Sullen Simulacrum. Sullen Simulacrum is a good card. It lets you draw a card and fetch for a land based on the trigger of the situation. But cards that are worth lots of money in colors are cards that do exactly that, like a card draw spell or a card draw artifact that lets you top deck like crazy. Sensei's Divining Top, such a good card.
Oh yeah,
really good card. Like Wayfarer's Bauble, can be an at the time, or used to be really expensive until they reprinted it, which is good because it needed to be reprinted. Wayfarer's Bauble, search for lands, a land expedition map, which is still worth a little bit of money. Good card to fetch for lands. Color spells that fetch for lands are pretty solid, especially in multicolored decks like Mardu. Mardu doesn't have a lot of good draw. I mean, there's black draw, but not everybody wants to pay life to draw all the time. So when you try to mana fix, you're going for the colorless mana fixing route. Even though in white, there's ways to search up for planes, but there's not a lot of ways to search up for basic lands in general. But there are some ways, yeah.
I wish they would reprint Sensei's Divining Top.
Well, probably in the next Modern Master set.
Yep.
Such a good card.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I honestly wish they would make a card similar to Sensei's Divining Top, but probably a little different. Have it cost like two mana or 3 mana instead, and you pay 1. You look at the top 3 cards of your library. Another 2, and you get a draw card. That's still a little busted, but having that colorless outlet to get that draw aspect out there will help a lot of decks that don't have the draw capability.
Yep, and make it an enchantment also.
Don't get me too excited about the card. I'd rather have it be in an artifact. If it was an enchantment, that might just be busted.
Well, it can only do it once per turn.
Salmonella, hello, buddy.
So, fella. But make it an enchantment and only once per turn.
That might be fine. Like, use abilities once per turn. Like, you get to look at the top 3, then get to draw a card. Yeah, might be fine. Or because who needs card draw more for itself is mono white, right? Mono white has a lot of card draw effects that lets your opponents draw cards too.
Yep.
Like, it would please me very much if they made a white version of Phyrexian Arena. Did the same exact thing as Phyrexian Arena, but white has more access to lifelink than black does, and lifelink is prominent in black, and it's prominent in white. I think white needs that draw effect more than black does. Well, black needs some help, but there's a lot of good draw cards in black. In fact, black's very powerful in draw spells because you have spells that cost like 3 to 4 mana, and you pay 2 life to draw 2 cards, kind of thing. And but mono white, there's not a lot of good draw spells, and so something like Phyrexian Arena would be in it. Like have a 4 mana costing Phyrexian Arena where you draw 2 cards, lose 2 life, and discard a card would still be good.
Oh yeah.
In mono white. But there's a lot to be desired. Like there's lots of ways to think about this. Naya is good in ramping, but Naya sucks at draw. But there are some good draw cards in green, some powerful draws in green. There's not a lot of them, but the ones they do have are pretty good. Like Greek's Awakening, Shamanic Revelation, pretty good. There's good draw cards in green that are good, but green still needs a little help here and there. Red has the rummaging effect where you discard a card, draw a card. Then they have the other rummaging kind of effect where you exile the top card of your library and you can play it until the turn. Those cards are good, but they need better. So there's different ways to look at it. So you need the colorless aspect to get into that kind of stuff because drawing is very important. I'm going to repeat, drawing is very important in Magic the Gathering. Having a full hand size is pretty good. Having a good grip is good. Now, I know they have clue tokens and stuff to help you draw in different ways. And then people work off those aspects, but there still needs to be good ways. I know treasure tokens works out for ramping in different decks. Treasure tokens do really good. And like Ill-Gotten Inheritance is a good card for those treasure tokens. There's lots of ways to win at Magic and different synergies, but for basics, they need more basic cards. That help.
Another issue I have with building a commander deck is research. Is finding, trying to, you don't know the name of a card, and you know what you need, but don't know the name of any card that does what you need.
Right.
Like, let's say you need some draw spells.
Right.
But you don't know, so you need draw spells, but you don't know the name of any card that'll enable you to draw, and you don't know where to go about finding that card, or you just don't know where to go. I mean, for a new player, that's tough.
All right. So simple way around that is in Google. You can type in MTG, say red. Say MTG red. Type in MTG red draw a card, and you'll get people looking up. You'll get the gatherer coming up with cards that say red draw a card. Then you'll get people's links or not links. People's articles on like Card Kingdom Channel Fireball and stuff, talking about the best card draw in those colors. So it's easier to search up. EDH Rec is really good at looking up those cards. Like EDH Rec is pretty solid. Yeah, look at that. Matthew Ladevico. Looks like a drift update earlier than anticipated. I'm downloading it now. Nice.
Cool.
Cute. So if you can search for it, there's ways to search for it. The education is knowing what sites are good. EDH Rec is good, right? Scryfall is good, but Scryfall is better if you know the card's name or the ability you're looking for. You can YouTube Scryfall and EDH Rec and how to use them and learn how to use the websites. EDH Rec is pretty solid because, like, if you're building a deck, like say you're building your vampire deck on EDH Rec and you're typing vampire synergies, it'll give you suggestions for vampire synergies and what other people are playing in the top picks down to the bottom picks.
Okay. So, see, for example, that I'll use on this, Sensei's Divining Top. Never seen that card before. Did not know what that card did or anything until I seen you play it.
Right.
Did not even realize how good it was until I seen you play it.
Oh, yeah. It's a good card. Right. Let's see. Matthew says, one idea to get lists and card ideas I use is to talk about to an AI bot like Google's Gemini. Gemini is pretty good at that too. Gemini is really good at going through a lot of web searches, or not web searches, going through a lot of websites that your category of search is going through, and they like to kind of minimize it and generalize the search query and tell you what's good.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've learned that it's gotten better at what it does.
Cool.
And it will highlight topics based on your search, so you don't have to read everything. You can scroll down and be like, oh, the highlight topics tell me some of the card names.
Yeah.
So, but EDA Trek is still one of the top picks if you're building a new deck.
Okay.
Like one of the things I love to do for searching for cards is I will look for an ability by typing in MTG in Google and type in the ability I'm looking for, like return target creature card from a graveyard, and put that in and have the gatherer pull up all cards with that text in it.
Nice.
You'll be
Another
surprised.
issue I'd have is how many instants and sorceries do you put into a commander deck?
Now that's based on the kind of deck you're running on. Because what if you're running a spells matters deck, and you run off non creature spells, right? What if you're running a prowess deck? How many spells are those, right? That's going to change.
Right.
But what you should be focused on as you're building decks, how much removal. You don't want 7 to 9 removal spells in your deck. You want 7 to 9 ramp spells or draw spells in your deck. So you're taking up a lot of real estate, but these numbers will change as you play test a deck, right? Because out of those cards I listed, that's what is it? Let's say 9, 18, 26, or 27 cards. 27 cards. That's 27 cards out of 60 cards, right? Let me pull up the calculator to be more.
Okay.
So I said 27 minus 99 is 72 cards. All right, no, 27 minus 62. That leaves you 35 cards to mess around with. So you have 30. So out of those cards, you have 35 cards to mess around with for your deck, your synergy, your themes. Because you need a removal to protect your strategy. You need a ramp of mana fixing to get there. You need to draw cards to draw you more cards. And those numbers will change. Because if you're going to put in draw cards, mana ramp, and you're a creature heavy deck, if you find creatures that fetch you mana, it might be better to run those creatures that fetch you mana in that kind of deck because it fits a theme. If you can get draw, removal, and ramp cards that fit your theme, like what you're doing, that's pretty solid too.
Okay.
It's a lot to take in right now because like what I'm honing in on is mana ramp, drawing,
Right.
and removal. Right, big 3 things. Your bombs, your win cons, they're important too. So the way I build a deck is I look for the ways I want to win. Like I look for my bombs and win cons. Right, I look for those first. Then I kind of backwards do it. I'm like, here's my mana cost, my cost bombs, right? Like say they're 7-8 mana. Well, if I'm running high mana cost bombs, I'm gonna need a ramp, right? So I start looking for my ramp cards. But I cannot guarantee to get on my ramp, so I need to speed up to get to my ramp so I can ramp up more. I need draw spells. But my creatures ain't gonna protect themselves, so sometimes I need a little extra protection. You know, not everybody's gonna run like a Teferi's protection or a heroic intervention,
right?
But you might run a snake scale, what's it called? A snake veil skin. There you go. You know, they might give your creature hexproof, and you might need removal, right? Not all removal is the same because in mono black, it's destroy target creature, destroy target planeswalker, destroy target this. Sometimes an enchantment. That's a mana creature enchantment. But with mono green, you don't straight up get destroy target creature. In fact, you got one card that doesn't destroy a target that does destroy a target creature in mono green, and that's Beast Within. Probably one of the best green cards out there. But then you do have fight spells in green, so you might consider that if you're in mono green, like fighting your opponent's creatures for removal. It's pretty good,
right?
Yeah. And Seminole is right. Ramp, mana fixing, draw spells, or removal are ways to keep you moving. That's right. Hit that like button. Keep it all staying positive. I've been having a rough time. Sorry, guys. Wish I could be around more often. Hey, bud. Hey, as long as you can get back up on your feet, and I hope everything does. You have a good time, and thanks for stopping by, bud. You rock. You rule. Remember that. You roll.
What's up, boss?
Pause. But anyways, I digress. That's a lot to take in for the short time we have today because we got stuff to do. So we're going to go and hit that button right here.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Whoa. All right, so everybody, that's been the topic of the day. And I hope it was an enjoyable topic, and I hope, your wishes do come true. Magic that we talked about, because, we all have good wishes and good ideas, the things we want. But anyways, we need to start getting the show section because we got responsibilities for the day.
Yep.
We're gonna start off with Hillbilly shilling himself out.
Hey, everybody. My channel, going great. 775 subs. Woo! That's great. That's awesome. I do appreciate each and everybody that does subscribe to my channel. And just like Taurus, when we get to 1,000, you're going to do a giveaway. But however, about today's Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, I do viewer battles on my channel, and today is also the day that Aether Drift releases on Arena. So if you want to play a game of Arena, test out the new Aether Drift cards, come on by and challenge me to a game, and that should be around 2 o'clock when I do this. Might be a little late on that today, but I'm going to try to be. Have the computer fired up and everything around 2 o'clock, so we're gonna get this fired off.
Fired off. Whoa. All right, this Super Fast Tortoise today is Tuesday, so there's not going to be a night stream tonight. In fact, we got some things we're going to plan on doing later tonight, so we're going to have a good time with that. We're going to have things put away and done, because a lot of change at the house, a lot of changes going on.
Yep.
You got changes all around. Anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful day today, and hope you guys had a good time watching the show today and interacting. Your interaction is always amazing, indubitably. But anyways, I want to remind you that you're all loved. Someone's thinking about you, and if you can, make someone's day a little bit brighter, because you might be the change someone needs today, from your little kid to your friend down the street. Be amazing, be that positive light. And with that, my friends, we got to go and have a wonderful evening.
I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
The moves, the strategies, and the flair. Super fast tortoise is running the show.